Hey everybody, welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger, the inventor of a cord knotting and design tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All, and that is all I do. I work with stringing materials, whether it's silk, leather, nylon, polyester. If you like making any kind of jewelry with stringing materials, then this is the show for you. And the really neat thing about working with stringing materials is that if you don't like the way something turns out, it's not so painful to take apart, like especially if you've done a lot of wire wrapping of beads. And plus, it just adds an aesthetic that cannot be beat, because every time, I look at jewelry in magazines, I'm just always like shuffling on the like, yeah, that looks fine, whatever. But then when I see something that's made with like stringing materials, for some reason, I am just so attracted to it. I don't know what it is about it. And I offer up so many tips, tricks, lessons, because like I've been doing this for 15 years, and anything that looks like even remotely like a type of string material, I just can't wait to get my hands on it so I can see like what uses it has for like bracelets, necklaces, whether it's knotting, macrame, braiding, because there's always a type of string material that's best for the job. But anyway, with that said, this is a platform where you can ask questions, leave comments down below. You could hit the heart button if you like anything that you see or hear. And plus, we've got some really cool items on the show today, especially the bead. It's the last item in my lineup, but it is like a bead set. And there's such a good price. Let's see, right now they're I don't know. I did the math. I've got a little on my cheat sheet at the end of the like the presentation for the products. I have the price. I think it's like $3.06 a strand. So it's a really good deal. And don't forget to check and see if you have any brilliant cash in your account, because remember, if you are a first-time, if you're a first-time customer, you will receive $40 in brilliant cash. But if it's the anniversary of your first purchase, or you've got a birthday this month, check your account. I don't know. I checked to see if I had any, but I didn't, because, it's not my birthday yet, or, it hasn't been the anniversary of my first purchase. So, I guess I just got to wait a few more months. But anyway, here are the products that are on today's show. All right, so we have a bunch of goodies here, but the one that I really like is this cord knotting and design tool that I invented. It's called the Knotty-Do-It-All. And we have our large size here. Let me show it off to you. So here we go. And it comes with hardware that you can reconfigure in a bunch of different ways. In the large board, it's got the ruler. Oh, both boards actually have the rulers in both inches and centimeters, as you can see here. And it has the bead and ring size chart. I mean, this thing is just like fantastic. In the hardware, you can reconfigure it in like a bunch of different ways. So depending on what you're making, you could just like move them around. And you do get an instructional DVD and an ebook, just in case, those of you that still you like. And believe it or not, DVDs are actually making a comeback, because people are just getting like tired of, stuff that you find online, and either your internet's not working, or, it's here today, gone tomorrow. So at least, you always have like a backup. And let's see, what else do we have? What else can I say about this? Oh, it's just fantastic, and it makes a fantastic Christmas present. And also, just so you know, everything is available online as well. There are so many lessons. The last I checked, there were over like 60 or 70 lessons on just braiding, knotting, macrame, just like so many. I mean, you definitely got to check it out. So let's see what we have next. Okay, so I think we've got this black and natural wax polyester cord. And this is a synthetic, and that means it can be melted. And this is a 2-ply. So in today's project, I mean, you can use this cord, except you will need to split it. So that is the black and natural waxed polyester cord. And the next we have, this is really a cool cord. This one is, it's called Repeat by Beadalon, and it's recycled. I mean, that is so interesting. And I've used this, and I mean, what I like about it, which is really interesting, is that it fluffs really well. So if you want to make little fluffy things like at the ends of your bracelets or necklaces, which is something that I do quite often, then this stuff fluffs really well. But I've had customers say, oh, I have a hard time, because it fluffs, I can't get the beads on. But I've got technique, which is a heat hardening, where you take a lighter and you can just run the lighter underneath the cord and it will heat harden and make like a faux needle. So that is not a problem. So this, I do like this cord very much. And let's see what we have next. Oh, these are interesting, these pendants. Okay, you get a set of 8, and they're just different, you know, kinds of stones. But I made this necklace here, you know, because I just thought this stone was so pretty because it's like transparent. And look at that. Oh my God, it looks like the beach. Isn't that so cool? I kid you not. When I drive down by the coast, it looks exactly like that. Look how pretty that is. And one thing that I did, and it's really easy to do, is you could take the bails off, because since they're not soldered on, you could just like bend them off, and then they just come off really easily. So if you want to, like, you know, just change things up a bit, then, you know, you can do that. So they're so pretty. You know, these I have no complaints here. They're just like beautiful. And check that one out. Just really, really, really nice. So that is the oval pendant set. Let's see what we have next. Oh, these are really interesting. Let me see. I've got them like kind of like in here. I want to show you these. These are real chunky. See that? And it's got this lever like in here, and they come with like these rings. So you can, you know, if you want to make a if you want to make a necklace that has like both the ring and the clasp, then you can just you know, put these two together. But they're really they're so cool. And in the hole, I think it's like about a 3 to 4 millimeter hole. So if you're making anything with like leather, that especially it's a multi-strand, then these are really nice to have like handy. And I think let's see, how much are these? I like them. $21 clearance. Hey, can't go wrong with a clearance price. The regular price was $41.99. So half off, guys. That's a good deal. Half off. And let's see. Ooh, these are really cool. These are the beads that I'm using today. And I tell you, like, I mean, when I saw these, I was like, oh boy, what am I going to do with these? What wasn't I going to do with these? But I just went nuts and I made, you know, like stacker bracelets, and then I got the you know, the idea for the the cute little macrame bracelet that we're going to be making today, because 6 millimeter just happens to be the perfect size. And something else that you get, which is very handy, you know, if you're new to making a jewelry and you don't quite know what, you know, the beads are, you know, this, like, it'll tell you the sky blue quartzite, sodalite, a sandstone, you know, just yellow tiger eye. So very handy little chart to have, you know, just so you can identify, you know, if someone says, hey, what's that? And you can say, oh, this is lapis lazuli, you know, just so you know what you're getting. And it's such a good price. I mean, $3.07 a strand. I mean, that is, I mean, if you can make like 4 or 5 bracelets. I mean, depending on how much spacing you do in between, but I mean, I mean, just do the math. I mean, it'll be like, what, $1 or less per bracelet. So that's pretty good. And let's see. Oh yeah, check it out. Okay, this is what they look like up close. They're just beautiful, nice colors. Well, anyway, those are all the products that are on today's show. So if you see anything that you like, especially because some of these things that are on clearance, oh, I mean, like even the repeat cord, that's 60% off, guys. So anyway, if you like anything, put it in your cart and check out. And don't forget to use your Brilliant Cash. If you have any, you know, check your account to see if maybe a year has passed, or it's your birthday, or, you know, just, you know, you can use your Brilliant Cash to buy these. Oh, wasn't that like some cool stuff? Like just I mean, when I opened the package, I was like, oh, because like, so many things were running through my mind. And the thing with this bracelet, I had actually made the prototype of it maybe 9 months ago. But the thing is, I have, you know, a couple of weeks later, I looked at it and I had like absolutely zero idea how I did it, because all I remembered in my head was the transition. There was something, quote unquote, clean. That's all I remember saying. Okay, that was really clean. And I literally took my prototype and I got my seam ripper and I literally took it apart, knot by knot, just to reverse engineer it so I can teach it to you guys, because it really is, it's cute and it's versatile, and you'll see. And I'm really excited to do this lesson. But let's do the customer slideshow, and then we'll get to the good stuff. Well, actually, the customer show is always the good stuff, but the other good stuff. Okay, our first necklace is Martijn, the Netherlands. And you know what? I really like this idea. It's kind of like a lariat look, and then, I don't know, it's like a cross between a lariat and a bolo. I mean, so you could like slide that knot up and down with your two little like charms at the end. It's so simple, and and you know, sometimes less is more. So this is really a great idea. So thank you for sending this in. And then next, Martijn sent in this. This is a snake knot, but I mean, it could be worn as a bracelet, but it could also be worn as a necklace. So I think that's really cool, because I know this was a lot of work, because, you know, I've made, you know, snake knots things, but everything I've ever made is like short. So I can imagine, you know, how long something like this took. So thank you. And next, Laura Lee, Florida. We've got these beautiful knotted bracelets. You know, and it's funny because lately I've been going nuts with just knotting stuff. I mean, I've been like challenging myself to like microscopic beads. So when I saw these, I just, you know, thought maybe there's something in the water, because, you know, plus, you know, knotting is very therapeutic. And, you know, the color combinations here, like you've got the green and the black, the red and the black. And then on that looks like a peridot with green, and the, you know, the little charms on the bracelet. So they just really, really nice. I always enjoy looking at anything that has like knots in it. And then, this other necklace by Laura Lee. Oh, this was so pretty. And the, you know, we were talking back and forth about the way she finished it. I mean, okay, let me take a look here. I don't know, like okay, it's got the charm. And is this one that can be like doubled over your head? Because I don't see a clasp, but then, you know, it might be there. But I just love like just that flower. It's just such a, you know, it breaks the, you know, the like what you're looking at. It's just like that like added little element that you just like, you know, can't stop looking at. But the pattern's really nice. I think I've got a close up here. It's got the bicone pattern with the wire wrap pearls. Just, it's so pretty. You know, when you look at things like this, you just can't like stop looking, because you just want to look at all the different elements. You know, especially if you're a jewelry designer yourself. So you just want to like to see what, you know, other people are doing. But this is really pretty. And then next, Aranda, Colorado. Okay, this is her take on, I think it was a project from a couple of weeks ago, but this one's interesting because it's I think this is, what is it, knotted, and then that little connector in the middle, that's really unique. And then I like the little keychain with the little lock on the end with the little wire wrap briolets. Really really cute. So this is a faceted mother of pearl, and I think we have another picture here, because I really like the way you did the ends here. Because when you do the macrame and you kind of like macrame back over your macrame, it makes like a really, really secure ending. And then last, this is Sandra in California. This is me. Kathy, thank you, Kathy, sent me these really cute gingerbread. I had the little charm. So I got to work and I made myself a cute little necklace with these cute little earrings. So thank you, Kathy. Oh, and this is, I got to tell you guys what I did. Okay. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I just love the way it's braided. And look at that cute little bow above the gingerbread boy. And that was done with yarn. And then on the ends, I did the a really tight macrame. But this one is done with waxed Irish linen, because I wanted something like, you know, most of the time I'll use like, you know, the wax jewelry cord, but for some reason I just wanted something a little more, you know, organic. So I decided to use the waxed Irish linen. But for the finishing knots, you know, there's no way that you can crank down, you know, the waxed Irish linen without it breaking. So I switched to a 0.5 millimeter wax jewelry cord, so you can make them really, really tight and melt them. So this has like a combination of, you know, the waxed Irish linen and the synthetic. So, but isn't that cute? Oh, I just love it. Oh, So cute. Thank you so much, Kathy. It was such a treat getting the package. And guys, that's it. And if you have any submissions, send them to me at knottydoitall@gmail.com, preferably the Tuesday before the show. Wasn't that like fantastic? So look at the little earrings I made. I just put like wire wrap, like just real simple wire wraps on the top, and then I made the cute little braided. Oh my God, it's so cute! Isn't that just like adorable? Oh, I mean, come on, we all need to be a little festive because the holidays are coming up. But I just like thank you so much, Kathy. I was so surprised when it was totally unexpected. So anyway, okay, now we're gonna do our project. Okay, I'm gonna okay, this bracelet, and first I want to say hi to everybody. Norma, Rhonda, Ella, Laura Lee. Oh my goodness, we have a full house. Chatty, Michael. Let's see, we got Rhonda, Michael, Kathy, June. Ooh, BC. Let's see. Oh, who else do we have? Is anyone coming? When is our timekeeper here? Let's see. Mary. Oh my goodness. Crystal in Florida, thank you guys so much for joining the show because honestly, without you guys, there would be no show. And I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend time with me and hopefully learn something new. But anyway, this bracelet, it takes 3 separate strands of cord. And for this lesson, what I've decided to do just to make things easier, I'm going to use 3 different colors. So it's going to be kind of like a color coded, not like coded, but CODED lesson. So hopefully it'll be easier to follow along. So you'll need 80 inches of the like the red or the core. And that's the one that you're going to string your beads on. And let me back up a minute because it's really important that I mention that this is using the 0.5 millimeter wax jewelry cord. So if you guys have any of the 0.5 that you purchased, from previous shows, that's going to be perfect. And your other option is to split, the one that's on the show today, you could split it. And because it is about a 1 millimeter, you split it and it becomes approximately, give or take, a smidgen or two, it becomes about a 0.5 millimeter. But a couple of things that's really important that you do is number one, I stretch the cord really, really well. And then I do my quote unquote de-waxing. Like I think I've mentioned it. I have like a black cloth that, I sandwich the cord in and I put pressure on it by stepping on it. And then I just run it back and you'll feel it. It'll go from feeling like really sticky and then suddenly it'll get really smooth. And one nice thing about that is that when you're working, like if you've ever worked with wax cords and, sometimes when the cords slip over each other, just as you're working, they kind of get stuck. But if you do this step, it just smooths everything out. It just makes the work process just, a lot faster and easier. So that's what I've done with like all the cords. So you are going to on the 80 inches, you're going to put a leadered needle. So over here, I have, let me show you. I folded the core in half and I put my leadered needle on and then you string your beads on. I mean, you can say, why 80 inches? But it'll make sense in a second because now that it's folded, it's 40 and 40. But what we are going to do now, which is going to bring that down to the 20, which is going to reduce it. We're going to put our button on just like this. We're going to come back through. And then let's see, we're going to get this centered. Really important. So let's, you can put it, one really cool thing you could do is just put it on the board, on the clip, and then just kind of, scoot down. So everybody scoot down. I remember that it was, I think junior high school or high school pep rallies or something like that. Everyone would scream that. Okay, so see how I've got everything centered here. So here's the button. Now what I'm going to do, since I've got my leadered needle on this side, I'm going to feed this back through the beads. So let me clip this here. And I'm using I'm not using a very big button because since this one is going to have like it's going to have a buttonhole. Um, if you have to, because this one's not going to be like the slider one like I usually do. You don't want it to be too big because the bigger the button, the bigger this part, the hole needs to be. And it just kind of like starts to look a little bit awkward. And honestly, this one I made a little bit too big, but I do have a trick to make sure that the buttonhole is absolutely 100% spot on perfect. Hi, Gina. Thanks for joining the show. Ooh, I know. Isn't it so cute? It's, you know, Kathy sent it, so I'm just like so excited. So I'm going to put this in the clip. But one tip that I have, okay, this one is about, let me, I think it's about maybe like 12 to 15 millimeters. Let me measure this. Yeah, it's about a 12 millimeter. So that's probably as big as I'm willing to go. And one thing you can do with your clip, just really gently like bend the end up with a pair of pliers, just real slow, but don't go all the way up. And what this allows, it allows the jaw to open up even wider because, you know, sometimes because it does a regular clip. I mean, as they come, this opens up a certain amount. But if you bend this, it just opens up so much wider, and it's makes it so much easier because you could put your button in there, and then you have, you just have everything like just held in place. But I'm just gonna put this right in here because I need to feed this cord back through the beads. So I'm gonna do that, and the leadered needle is like so helpful. And if you don't know what that is, it's a fishing line. I use either, I mean, it depends. I mean, if I'm working with itty bitty beads, I'll use like a quilting thread because it's real thin and it's definitely strong enough, or a 4 or 6 pound fishing line. And then the beading needle size I use is either a 12. Let me see, let me make sure that I'm saying this right. Let me grab. Yeah, ouch. I just stabbed myself. Yeah, 12, size 12. And then, 4 or 6 pound fishing line. So I'm going to come back, I'm going to hold all this, and then I'm going to come back through the beads. And usually, I mean, I've made this bracelet for myself already a couple of times, and let me just do this part because I don't want to like mess up. Because one thing you don't want to do, you know what, maybe this will be helpful. Because sometimes, have you guys ever like strung something and then you pierce through the string? So one thing that you can do is hold the needle and then like string it like going backwards. So you just hold the needle like this. Let me zoom in a bit. And then, see how I'm holding the needle and then I'm sliding the bead towards the needle rather than like the needle going through the, you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm trying to, but I know what I'm trying to say, but the words aren't just, they're not coming out right. So basically I slide the bead because oh my gosh, nothing is more like annoying than when you slide a bunch of beads on and then you find out that you've pierced through the string. So I'm just going to come over here and like pull. Let's do this carefully. And I'm going to keep this part centered and then it just kind of. Sometimes, okay, no. This is going to work. I'm not going to say sometimes nothing because I've done this and it definitely, I mean, it's a snug fit, but I know that it's going to work because quote unquote, I took some of the wax off and then let's get this straight. Sometimes you just got to kind of work it. Okay, there's nice and straight. Okay, perfect. See how I did that? Okay, now I'm going to do the rest of the beads and there's a, let's see, is that one stuck? Let's see what's going. Sometimes they'll get stuck for no reason, and there's, I don't know why. Oh, come on. Well, you know what? I don't know why that one. That should not. I don't know, every once in a while you'll get that one bead that has like a really small hole, but I think we can manage it. So let's show this who's the boss here. Okay. Okay. So there we go. So looking good, and just straighten out all the threads. And then let's get this one. Okay, good. Perfect. And the I'm not gonna, I honestly, I know that I'm not gonna have enough time to do the entire bracelet because I've timed myself and it does take an hour to finish the whole thing. So I think about like 4 beads is good anyway. So I'm just gonna put these aside, but you just come back through all the beads. So now I'm gonna hold this part right here, and I'm gonna take one of my handy clips and hold this. Okay. So now we are going to take the the cords that like do all the macrame. So we're gonna have a 60-inch and the 120. And this one is going to do most of the work. That's like because this one kind of goes on the sides, and then you do all the half hitches with this one. That's like you don't need 120 of each, which you'll see in a minute. So you're gonna take each of these, and then center them. So let me get this one off of here. Let's do this. In this project, I even though it's more time consuming than what I usually do, I really did enjoy doing it. It was very therapeutic. Just you put on your favorite podcast, and then you just do it. And honestly, if I didn't like doing it, I would not have made 3 of them in a row. And so that's how fun it is. So you're gonna find the center of your 120-inch strand. And so that's kind of easy to remember, actually. It's like 60 and 120, so you just double. So here's the center of the long one. Just put this here. And then I'm going to find the center of the other one. Let's see. All right. You guys don't, does anyone have trouble? Gina didn't get the email. Yeah, I sent an email out every, either Monday or Tuesday. If you didn't get the email, check your junk mail or your settings. Because sometimes they can get sent and be put in the wrong place. So now I have these centered. So there's the 60-inch and the 120 centered. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to do a few regular macrames like I normally do, top bottom top bottom. So I'm going to come over here and do a top. And just it doesn't matter if they get kind of messed up in there. Just clip this and then scoot it all the way up and tighten. Let me zoom in. So top, bottom, and then you could just kind of hold this one and then this one, top, bottom, and then I'm going to do 2 more. Then top, and then the bottom. All right. Okay, so now this is where the fun part starts. Guys, let me tell you, having a cheat sheet like this is really, really, really helpful. Because, while I'm doing it, I'm counting, and, I go 1, 2, 3, or, just in my head. And sometimes, I'm on number 5, oh, is that top or bottom? So that means I do top and under. But because these are what you're going to do next are half hitches, and I know I'm going to need this because since I'm talking during the show, I am going to need that. So, so what you do is the shorter cord, which is this one, you're just going to do half hitches. So let me just scoot in here. So let me put my cheat sheet here. So while I'm talking, so this side's going to be like a P. And this side will be the number 4. So we're going to do half hitches opposite. So I'm going to go under, and then over. So you just, it's basically going to be on top. So it's going to be bottom, top, bottom, top. 2, 3. See, right now I'm looking at my cheat sheet because if I didn't, I'd mess up. And the sad thing is when you mess up, you know, nobody will notice it, but you'll notice it. So it's basically, you know, top, bottom. Oh, see, now I messed up. Okay, so that is going to be, I think it's top. And then number 9 is under. 10 is top. And 11 is under. And then 12 is going to be on top. Okay, so then you got that one. And I know everyone's got their little like hand movements of how they do that. So I don't know. Mine kind of sort of like developed. I didn't like learn them. They just kind of like started happening because after you know, you do this like so many times, your hands just kind of like they find the way. You know, it's really interesting. I guess it's like your own kind of like muscle memory. So then you're going to do the same thing on this side where you come under, but this side's going to be like a 4. So they're basically like opposite of each other. So there's like 1, okay, 2, and then 3 is under, and then 4 is on top. Whoops. Let me zoom out a little bit. So that's number 4. 5 is under. Oh my goodness. And then 6 is on top. And it takes about, I don't know, I timed it, about 4 minutes. I mean, working at like top speed to do one, like one bead. Okay, and this is the really cool part that I'm going to show you, that really nice transition. Okay, so that's top, under, and then top. Okay, so that part's easy, right? Does anyone have any questions? I mean, there's nothing confusing. You know, I think it's pretty, you know, explanatory. And if you're using like an 8mm bead, then of course you want to make it a little bit longer because, you know, you want this little macrame part to wrap around your bead. So here's the cool part. Okay, put your long cords aside, and then you're gonna do with these middle cords, the short ones, because you don't want both cords like, you know, like macrame in there because it's gonna but I guess it actually does. Whoa, let's focus. So I'm gonna do just with the middle cords, the short ones, top, and then a bottom. So so there's your top, and then bottom. Whoops. Bottom, bottom, over. And then when you come in here, you got to kind of like tighten this, and then like come in and just wiggle, just make sure and just kind of do it like to where it looks nice and neat. See that? Now what you're going to do with these cords here, you're going to lay them flat and then clip them. And then with these outer cords, you're going to do 8 macrames. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Was that clear? You know, you take the short ones and then you clip them in, and then you just macrame right over them. And then what you do is you just come back here, you flare these out, and then you just repeat the steps. So you come, you know, in here, and then you just you do the half hitches again. So in case you missed it, I'll do it again. So then with your cheat sheet, you just keep repeating. So I'm going to come in here and then go under. You know, since I'm going to trim this, guys, because I know that I'm not going to do the whole thing. And that way, I think I might be able to work a little bit faster. So there's like under, whoops. Okay, over. Okay, then under. Oh, I kid you not, it is so easy to like forget. And learning how to do like the half hitch, it's really useful for like other projects that you might have. Okay. I kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I kind of use my fingers like little knitting needles. So I just come in here and just boop. Then under and then over. Ah, very nice. Thank you so much, Robin. I need that. And then does that make sense, everybody? I just don't want to like overwhelm anybody. So there's under, over, under. And I'll give you a couple of design ideas. You could put more spacing in between. Let's say you want to just, let's say you have 3 pets or 3 children, and you just want 3 in the middle, like to represent each one. You could do something like that. You could put like space. I mean, the sky's the limit. You could like do so many like different designs with this. Let's see, under and then over. Okay, then you come back. Let's see, put these out. I can then slide a bead up. And then just kind of do a top and a bottom. And one thing that's handy to do, like let's say you're doing like using an 8mm bead, just like take note and make yourself like a cheat sheet that has like the additional numbers. And I cannot stress enough how much the cheat sheet helps. I mean, it helps a lot. Okay, so I did my top and my bottom. I'm going to bring these two together and then macrame over all of them. So there's a top, bottom, top. Top, bottom. That's my little thing. And for those of you that don't know this, if you ever lose your way, let me see if I can. Will this focus? If you ever if you're macrame, whoa, and you can't remember which one, oh, focus, please. If that little lump or right there, that little, see how this side has like a, I don't know what you call it, but it's on the top part. So if this little loop is on this side right here, that means you need to do like an under. And if it's on the other side, that means you need to do an over. Because if you do like 2 of them, it messes up the, your macrame pattern, and then it's got this weird little kink in it because it wants to start like coiling like a helix. But that's also another option. If you want to do that, just do top. You can make it, actually it's a good idea. Another design idea. Now, was that 8? I don't remember. Okay, so then you come back and then you repeat the happy. See, that's pretty easy, right? You guys are oh my goodness, vanilla latte. Whoa, bourbon, pumpkin spice. Oh my goodness, you guys are like not paying attention. I'm not either because I'm like, whoa, that sounds so good. Oh, pumpkin spice, yummy. Who is distracting my audience with like goodies here? Okay, so we're gonna come back and do the same thing. Okay, so the under, let's see, over, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, let me zoom out. Yes, Cheetah. 6. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, multitasking. I love it. Okay, then 10, 11. Oh my God, see, cheat sheet, guys, you gotta have it. Because sometimes it's hard to like talk and listen and then do this at the same time. Okay, so now we do the other side. So I'm gonna come over here and then under. It's pretty easy, right? I think it's easy. You know, I'm already thinking, no, I'm not gonna think right now. Hang on. Because I don't want to get messed up. 4. Oh, yeah. I was thinking that this might be like a really cute pet collar because it's definitely durable and it's, you know, I don't think it's, I don't know, there's just something, I think it would work. Oh my God, I can imagine like a cute little cat thing. Oh my gosh. And then top. But I think it would make like a cute little collar. And I was showing it to my neighbor, and she actually suggested a choker. And I thought, you know what, that's also a really good idea. Except you know, just add a few inches to the to your cords. But if you look at it, it would actually make a really. Wait a minute, I like the reddish, the orange one. So you can just make it longer, and then boop, check that out. Isn't that cute? It's so pretty. It would make a collar, a choker, and oh, another thing that I did with it that I thought was really cool. I put 3 of them together, and I made a wrap bracelet. So I put this one, and then I buttoned it with this one, and then check this out. You could always just put like, put them on like individually. But one advantage, honestly, did I mess up here? To just having like all of them on at one time. At the end of the day, when you take them off, you only have to unbutton one button. So see that? It makes a cute wrap bracelet too. So I'm just like giving you guys like ideas of just different things. Yeah, chokers are nice. I might make a Christmas gift for my daughter. Oh, this would be so perfect. And another really cool thing that you can do, I think it was last week that Martine sent in a necklace that had I think it could be like made adjustable. So if you made like an extender for this, you could like actually put something on the back part of it so that it could be converted into like a choker. So I'm just throwing ideas out there. So okay, I'm gonna do the so we have 15 minutes. Okay, I think that's that might be enough to finish, like do one more. So I'm going to slide this bead, and then I'm just going to repeat the macrame step. Let me clip this, and then a top and a bottom. Top, bottom, bottom, bottom. Oh, sometimes I forget like how to do this. 16 minutes. See, I didn't even do that right. What is wrong with me? Okay, top, bottom. So have you guys been making a lot of jewelry lately? Do you have are you gifting jewelry this year? I'm really curious. You know, what am I getting what do I want for Christmas? What do you guys want for Christmas? Okay, let me count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop. Because I'm going to show you how to do the buttonhole, this part now. So actually, you're supposed to do 4. So let me take that off. But you could do 6. But you know what? I did 4 on all of them, so I'm just going to stick with my my little process and do the 4. Okay, so do 4. This is when you get to the very, very end. Let's get this off. Oop. Wasn't that nice thing about macrame? They're actually easy to more beads and clothes. Ah, clothes. Do I want did I do I have clothes on my wish list? I don't know. Okay, so now this is really cool. This is why remember you know, that 80 inches that we folded twice turned into 20 inches, because in here, you know, this is 20 inches long, but it's times 4, so 20, 40, 60, 80. So, you know, sometimes when, you know, I see people online saying, oh, you need like you know, 200 inches of cord, but then it turns into like 20 inches. I'm like, how did that happen? So yeah, so this 80 inches just turned into 20. So you could see that. So 20, 40, 60, 80. That's because we folded it and then folded it again, which gave us exactly what we need here, which is we have 6 strands, 4 red, and then the 2 sides. So we're going to divide those in half. And this, always string in a few more beads than you think you'll need, because you never know. Someone might come over that has a slightly bigger wrist, and then they'll say, oh, I love that. Can you make me one? And you'd be like, no problem. Let me just size it up a bit. So I'm just taking this side, which I've got the 3, and then I'm going to do the half hitches like I did like here. So I'm going to go under, over, under, because that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. You want to get that thing, the buttonhole, as perfect as possible, because too small, it's going to be hard to put on. Then too big, you run the risk of it falling off. So I've got the cool tip here. So do a few, like right now I'm going to do 9, and then I'm going to come over on this side and do the same amount, because I'm going to just go about it like slowly, because it's easier to add than it is to like take apart. So I'm going to do, I did like 9, so there's under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7, under, 8, and 9. And obviously, you know, you could tell just by looking at it that is like way too small. So I'm gonna do, let's say 9. I'm gonna do 3 more. So I'm gonna do 10, 11, 12, top, bottom, top, top, under, top. Then on this side, I'm gonna put this one over here. And see this 120 inches, see how it does most of the work? So that's why you need, you know, it has to be a lot longer than the other side. Okay, so let's try this. Yeah, you can look at it and tell, there's no way. So I'm gonna do 3. Under, over, under. Okay, then on this side, I'm gonna come back and I think we're getting there. So let's see. Under, over, and under. Okay, now. Okay, so what I do is I take this bead here and I scoot it up just to tighten it. And this is just to see, will this button go through? No, it's too tight. So I'm gonna add 3 more on each side. Let me take this off. And if you have a spare button, like on the side, you can use that instead. Like, do I have that? Maybe it'll be easier. Let's see what I got here. My button stash, the same button. That one. Let's put that one here. Then move this aside. Okay, so I said I was going to add 3, so let's do the 3. All right. Oh my goodness, tsunami? Is that like are you guys serious? Okay, so let's see, bottom, top, bottom. Okay, bottom, top, bottom. Oh my gosh, I'm concerned now. Now, where is this tsunami warning? I'm just very curious. Bottom, top, and bottom. Okay. Then now we're going to try it again. And you know, the nice thing is, you know, once you've made it, you're like, oh, I know how many I need to do. So let's scoot this over and then try the button. And does it go through? Perfect. See, that's what you want. It's just enough to get the job done. So now you just slide this bead back, put this here, put all the cords back together. And then with these, you macrame the end part. So there's top, bottom, nice and tight though, really tight. Bottom, top, and bottom. You know, I was thinking, I mean, you can get creative with this technique, because I was thinking, like on the outside, you know how a lot of times I'll macrame like little beads on the outside. So you could really change up this pattern. So let's say you want to make a bracelet where there's just like 3 in the middle. You know, just I don't know. I can envision it. Just like 3 or 4 in the middle, and then like have like little macrame beads on the outside, or you could, I don't know, just so. Oh, now you guys are talking about olive oil and avocados. Oh my goodness, chai lattes, avocados. I love avocados. So ooh. So now what you do is, I'm even getting distracted. I think I'm just going to quit the lesson and join in the conversation. I love olive oil. Did I cook with olive oil this year? Yeah, for Thanksgiving I made actually I made pot roast, because I just gave up on trying to make a turkey, because mine never turn out any good anyway. So on the ends here, just you cut, and that's it. So isn't that like cool? Like, oh my God, could that be an earring? I don't know. See, so there's so many different like things that you can do with this. And do you guys have any questions? We better. It's okay. I'm just like enjoying like the comments. Let's see what you guys. Let's see. So, oh, thank you, Shelley. Oh, maple bourbon coffee. Yeah, you know what? That's a nice thing. You can watch it on the replay. Thank you, Gina. Oh, Susanna. Oh, you guys just so busted, right? So if I ask questions like, okay, how many macrames did I do in between? Yeah, that's okay. This is all fun. You could oh my God, gain weight. Oh, thank you, Judy. See, we've got 5 minutes. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Now, I want to know, like, what is on your, like, I'll tell you what I wanted for Christmas. I don't know why, an automatic soap dispenser, and there was something else. Oh, some wire cutters. I mean, I've got a great pair of wire cutters, but I thought I need another pair just in case I can't find them and I need them. Do you guys ever do that where you're like, it's not that you need them, it's just that you want an extra pair in case you lose the ones you have. That's like such a bad excuse to want something, but yeah, that's what else did oh my goodness, there's got to be something else that I wanted, but oh, I know. I wanted a new microphone, and I wanted a new an audio driver for my computer. Those were two things that I wanted, but actually I opened them early. So it's there. This is it. That's what I wanted. A new audio thing. So you know what I think? We've got 4 minutes left, guys. Well, I guess I can do a recap of the products in case you guys missed them. I did these pendant. Let me just grab some of these pendants here because they're like so pretty. Whoa! Did you see that? Let me change cameras here. So we have these. Oh, Gina, I know, right? A 2-hour class would be so cool. So that way I could, do the whole thing. And you guys could just like talk about food for 2 hours. Oh, that would be cool. Then share your favorite recipes. Oh, we need to do, I know chores are like, nah, no thanks. But look at these, they're so pretty. And don't forget, you could take the bail off. And you don't have to use the bail on anything, any pendant that you have. If it's got like a dangling bail, guys, feel free to cut it off. That's what I did. And, this is the necklace that I showed earlier. And it's so simple, and it's got like the dangles on the end. And I just did like a simple like moose knot, and I don't know. I just was what I was thinking? This is really cool. This is just an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. Let me grab one of my little bowls, but I was thinking of maybe if I like put like a silver gilding on the back, because sometimes you can get the I guess they call it silver foil or gold foil. They use it for like gilding, and you can put it like on the back of pendants to make them glow. So I was thinking that you could put like just put like a glow. See how it makes it looks like it's glowing. So I think that would be really cool. Just makes it look like it's like electric. I bet like oh my God, I'm just gonna let's grab one of my reflectors. You could do like a little reflector thing here. Just make it extra shiny. That is so cool. But this is yes, gold leaf. Yes, Judy, that would be so cool. Let's see, we need to all call and request with JTB customer service and see what they say. What about what? Let's see. Let's see the pact. Let's see what the pact is all about. Oh, Crystal, let's see. I've been trying to read your guys' comments. Mob. Oh, the mob. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, see me. I'm going to say goodbye. So it's 11:59, and I hope you guys learned something today. It was pretty simple, right? I mean, at first it's it's like it's just like getting those, few steps in there. Like, how do I get started? How do I finish? Because everything else in the middle, it's basically repetition. You make one, you just do the next. And, honestly, it's very versatile. And I think it would make a fantastic, like little kitty cat collar or choker or bracelet. Anyway, guys, I will see you next Thursday. And I enjoyed your company today. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Be safe and goodbye. Bye.